up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Desiree, and if you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by. I greatly appreciate it. I wanted to take you all along with me for a Sunday in my life, and I was like trying to get back. I told myself, I was like, okay, Des, you need to get back into vlogging. You took a little unintentional break for the past, I think I didn't vlog for like 2 or 3 weeks, and I was like, okay, it's time to get back on it, child. Let's get back in the headspace of creativity and creating content. I just uploaded a vlog was all about turning 30, my birthday vlog, and just reflecting on my 20s. So that vlog just went up today, July the 6th. So that just uploaded. So hope you guys enjoy that vlog. If you haven't watched this vlog but you're watching this one, make sure to check out that vlog after this one. So yeah, I just want to take you all along with me for a little Sunday in my life. And then I also wanted to do a little chit chat about, just wanted to do like a life update, what's been going on, why I've been gone, if you guys even care, but whatever. I just kind of want to give a little life update because yeah, and kind of tell you guys like where I'm at, a little chit chat. So I'm going to chit chat about that sometime today. So it's like a spend the Sunday with me / life update vlog, if that makes sense. So I'm currently at church. I think I mentioned it a few vlogs or a few videos ago that I was attending like another church outside of my home church that I grew up at, and it has been really great. I definitely feel like I've been obedient to God when it comes to him pushing me to attend another church, even though it's a little far and from like where I live. But you know what, it's okay. I feel like it's been really good for me to just be around new people and be around other women who is pursuing the Lord and living for Christ. I went through a lot in regards to people in my late 20s. And I just want to be more intentional with who I surround myself with, who I call friend, and yeah, just be more intentional. And so that's where I am at. Okay, so yeah, I'm about to put this lip gloss on, child, and I'm about to go inside because I gotta go to the bathroom, and then I gotta find a seat, child. Gotta find a seat. All right, y'all, I just stopped at Whole Foods to get me a little bite to eat before I go to the gym. I just want to get me like a salad and maybe like some chicken strips or something, child. So that's what I'm about to do now. I'm about to go go inside Whole Foods, get me something to eat. I just want something light, and then just to tide me over. I have a Warrior Scope class at 3 p.m. and I'm just starting today. I'm back on my 10K steps a day, and so I fell off like the past 2 weeks. I have fallen off of getting my steps in. I've been working out, I just haven't been hitting my 10K steps. So we're stepping it up this week, and the goal is 12,000 steps. So I want to see how many steps I can get in today. So that's why I need to eat a little something, because also if y'all have done Warrior Scope or like a hot yoga class, you gotta eat, because if you don't eat, you gonna pass out. Yeah. Anyways, let me go, y'all. Let me go. All right, y'all, I just made it to the gym. It's currently 12:43 p.m. Already been pretty productive today. Went to the store to get some feminine products. Went to Whole Foods. Finished drinking up my spring water. Trying to stay as hydrated as possible. And about to hit the gym and go to this yoga scope class. So, and then also I got to prepare for work for tomorrow. So, I wanted to do a little chit chat and kind of talk about like life updates, kind of career, quarter 3 and 4, or quarter 3 of this year, how I'm moving, what I learned from the beginning of this year, aka quarter 1 and 2, and different things I want to change. And then also, I'm 30 now, so I'm still feeling all like the high of just turning 30. And I honestly can't believe I'm 30. It does not feel real. So I first want to talk about like how I've been doing overall good. I've been in a really good headspace, and I think that's partly due to me taking an unintentional break from just slowing down. I took a break from YouTube, but YouTube wasn't stressing me out or anything like that. I just felt like I wasn't really in a creative headspace, and I didn't really feel like vlogging. I felt like every time I try to vlog in May or even the beginning of like June, it just wasn't giving. It wasn't working out, y'all. I would start a vlog and then I didn't finish vlogging for the remainder of that day. So I was like, I wasn't following through with vlogging at all, and I just wasn't like, I wasn't feeling it. So I just didn't feel motivated or inspired creatively to film a video. And for me, like, this is my YouTube channel is like my passion project. Like, I started my YouTube channel because I always wanted to do YouTube. I always wanted to like edit videos and learn how to do that, and I'm just a yapper, so that's that. So I just felt like I didn't feel motivated. Well, for the whole month of May and the beginning of June, I was stressing out about like what I'm gonna do with my career. Like, what is going to be my, like, what did my career look like? What did my multiple, like, what do income look like for me? Like, my job and career. If you're new to my channel, I'm a community college counselor. And so as a community college counselor in California, it's really hard to get a full-time tenure track position at the community college level in California. If you get a full-time tenure track at the community college level, you are considered, secure, child. Like, you get tenured just like a professor. And so due to that, it's really competitive, and you're going against like your coworkers, other part-timers, people people right out of grad school. So it is extremely competitive, and it's extremely competitive. Also, sorry y'all, I'm in the parking lot of the parking garage. I'm in the parking garage at the gym. So if you see me looking or dodging, that's why. But anyway, as I was saying, it's really difficult to get a full-time tenure track because the interview process is very intensive, y'all. And how I know, because I've been through so many interviews, and there's some people, like some of my friends, they got a full-time job and they only did like maybe 2 or 3 full-time, interviews, in their, like, from their time applying for full-time. And so it is I was discouraged, and in the beginning of June, I was discouraged because I'm like, okay, I have applied to so many full-time jobs, which I have taken a break. I haven't applied for a full-time job or full-time tenure track position in like maybe 2 or 3 months. I can't even tell you. It's been a while. And because I just told myself I need to step away from applying for full-time tenure track, because I need to re-strategize. I need to kind of figure out what is my why to wanting to apply for a full-time tenure track. One is job security and benefits. Those are the top 2, right? But something in me is telling me that like maybe a full-time tenure track job is not for me, maybe not in this season. And so I'm currently working on obtaining my full-time, well, not my full-time, I'm currently working on obtaining my adult learning disability certificate. And so by me finishing up the certificate program, graduate level certificate, which I'm going to be done with the certificate in November, by obtaining the certificate is going to allow me to work with the population of students with disabilities. And that is a demographic or a population that I'm pretty passionate about. It's so hot. Ugh. So as I was saying, I'm obtaining my adult learning disability certificate. I'll be done with this certificate in November. Thank the Lord. And my thought process with this is that once I obtain the certificate, then I'm going to apply to full-time tenure track positions again. Until then, I'm not applying to any positions. I think the last two I applied for was the beginning of this year, and I had 2 interviews and did not get those positions. Also, I want to kind of re-strategize and really sit with myself. Why am I not getting these positions? Is it because I'm not doing good in the interview process? How can I improve my interview skills for these tenure track positions? So I want to be a little more intentional, and I really want to give it 110% when I apply for full-time tenure track positions again. I feel like I'm not in the headspace or just not motivated to apply for full-time tenure track right now because I have a lot going on, and mainly because I want to get this certificate done and then apply to mostly like disability support services counseling positions. So because that's the population I'm really passionate about. And I feel like so many people are diagnosed with some type of disability. And like, I feel like more and more of the population of the world is having some type of ADHD. They're diagnosed with just all types of stuff, learning disability, all types of stuff. And I really want to help this population demographic succeed on their academic journey. So I'm really passionate about that particular population. And I feel like I can make a huge impact in the higher education space and when I'm working with those group of people. So I'm a little more intentional. So yes, still working as a part-time community college counselor at 2 different schools. Is it easy? Absolutely not. Am I mostly exhausted from commuting in the Bay Area? Absolutely. I'm always commuting. I feel like I'm always in the car, and child, I'll be ready to have somebody else drive me, child. Like, I wish I was like had enough money that I had a driver to drive me to and from work, like going back home to from work. There you go. But it doesn't work like that. So that's where I'm kind of at in terms of my job, right? And then second, when it comes to like YouTube, right? Like I mentioned, I've been unmotivated, uninspired, but now I realized I just needed the whole month of June to rest, reset, and just relax and kind of just get my life together. So June was definitely a month of resetting, regrouping, rejuvenation, and all that. I feel like I'm definitely in a better headspace. So that's that. And so because I'm in a better headspace, I need to be more disciplined when it comes to editing. So my issue with my YouTube channel and posting videos is not the filming part. Well, not anymore. It was like 2 months ago, but it's not the filming part. It is the editing part, y'all. I be struggling to find the energy or the motivation to edit videos. Oh, okay. I've been struggling to find the motivation or the energy to edit videos. And I don't know if that's because I drive a lot, I commute a lot, I do a lot at home. I'm an older daughter. Like, I'm the oldest out of me and my sister. And I feel like if you're an older daughter, you just tend to be doing a lot of stuff, helping your parents do this, do that. Whole lot of. And I just feel like I don't have the energy to edit. And I'm like, oh my goodness, like, I have all this footage, I filmed the stuff, but why can't I need to be disciplined. And so basically, y'all, I'm just not disciplined when it comes to editing, and I need to change that, because my issue is not filming the content or vlogging and stuff like that. Is actually sitting down and editing the video and uploading it. Yeah, that's my issue. So therefore that kind of leads me to kind of personal development. Let's talk about personal development. I had a revelation. I was telling a friend, and I was like probably the only friend I really kind of told this to, but now y'all know. It's nothing personal, but I was talking to a friend literally a few days ago, and I was telling her how the whole month of June I was in a really reflective state. Reflecting on my 20s, reflective of how far I have came in my life, reflective of, how God has just done a work in my life and how I'm so grateful and thankful. In the midst of me reflecting in my alone time with God, driving, sometimes I'll drive with no music on, just complete silence. And it hit me while I was driving. Or basically, I feel like the Holy Spirit was speaking to me. Like, God was like, hey, Des. Hey, girl. you got some things you need to work on. And I have came a long ways. I feel like the number one thing that I have learned throughout my 20s was definitely patience. It's not a lot that can faze me. I'm like, okay, oh well, all right, I'm just gonna be patient. That's a number one thing I have learned throughout my 20s. But now, in my 20s, I definitely had perseverance. I definitely had discipline when it came to my academics. But now that I am an adult and I'm pretty much done with school, I don't really have a desire to go back to school because I poured so many years into school, and it was just a lot. I thought about getting a PhD one day, but I just can't think about that right now. Like, I just feel like, what's the point of getting a PhD? Maybe for job purposes, but I don't really have a desire to get a PhD. I might go ahead and get another master's, like an educational tech, but those are all things I'm thinking about. But PhD, no. I'm pretty much done with school. I'm exhausted, and now that we have AI, I feel like I'll be too tempted to use AI for something, and I'm like, and then I'll get, kicked out of PhD school because I use chat GPT, even though I sourced it, so it's just too much now, especially with chat GPT, AI. I just, no. So I don't have a desire really to go back to school. I'm actually kind of exhausted from going back to school, and so I just told myself that we're just gonna have to focus. I'm sorry, y'all. There's a guy getting into the car, so we're gonna have to pause. The struggle is real, y'all, and it's so hot in this car, so I need to hurry up and wrap this up. But as I was saying, I don't have a desire to really go back to school because I spent half of my life in school, struggling, crying, stressed out, overwhelmed. And I'm tired of being a student. I'm tired of stressing over assignments. Like, I'm so ready for this certificate program to be done because I have no desire to go back to school. I have no desire. I really don't. Maybe this will change. Maybe when I'm 35, I'll say, I want to go get my PhD. So be it. If I'm still single and don't got no kid, I'll go get a PhD just cause. But other than that, I have no desire. I have no desire. And so while I was thinking about that, and while I was in the car driving, and I was like, okay, God was speaking to me and was like, hey girl, you were disciplined when it came to school. You were disciplined when it came to getting your academics done. But now I'm going to need you to be disciplined in other areas of your life if you want to elevate and grow. And I was like, oh, wow. So now I'm in the season of my life where my life requires a different type of discipline. For so long, I was disciplined when it came to school. I persevered through school, persevered through a lot of different hardships and situations. But I was always disciplined when it came to getting work done and getting these academics done to get to where I'm at. So now that school is done and I'm out, I got my undergrad, I got my master's degree, and I'm about to finish up getting the certificate. Even right now, even though I'm almost done with the certificate program, I need to be more spiritually disciplined. More spiritually disciplined in my relationship with God, reading my word daily, praying daily. I feel like praying daily, I've been doing a lot better this year than I have ever done before. But I also need to just work on reading my word, reading my Bible, staying in the word, reading my Bible, meditating on scripture. So that's something that God has called me to work on, and he has convicted me of. Like, I'm not spiritually disciplined. Called me out, felt convicted, here I am. Okay? And second is I need to be more disciplined when it comes to just the little things, the little daily habit. Mainly for me is being more disciplined with accomplishing little to do habits. Like, that's going to allow me to get to I'll say it's going to allow me to be a better version of myself. So that means pouring into my YouTube channel, right? This is my brand. I love creating videos, but I'm not disciplined in editing. I need to be more disciplined in my craft when it comes to my channel, my YouTube. more discipline with my YouTube, more discipline when it comes to just doing the things I say I'm going to do. Like if I'm going to text that person, I'm going to call that person. Someone's on my mind, do it. If I'm going to do this, like I'm going to walk for 30 minutes, get my butt up and walk for 30 minutes. If I'm not going to eat this, not going to eat this. So overall, like it's the little things that add up to big things, right? And I feel like for me, it's the little habits that everything matters. Everything affects everything. I think I heard that from Tony Gaskin or Zig Ziglar, but he said everything affects everything. And it's true. The daily little habits affects kind of where God is trying to take me. And so I have to make sure I'm a lot more intentional. Detail, every little habit matters. And it's going to take me to the next level, physically, mentally, and spiritually. And so God is calling me to be disciplined with myself, disciplined in all areas of my life, spiritually, mentally, and physically. And I know that if I lock in, if I'm disciplined enough, I know that God is going to bless me. He's going to open doors like never before. But I feel like, just reading the Bible, reading the word, and really being in prayer and just being convicted by the Holy Spirit is like, Des, how can you want God to bless you if you're not pouring 110% into him every single day, seeking him? You're not doing the little things. You're not doing the things that matter. Because everything affects everything. And so you have to show up for yourself 110%. That's where I'm at. That's the personal development. That's the lesson that I got just a few weeks ago. And it's as simple as that. It's literally as simple as discipline and being consistent. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. My late 20s wasn't the most consistent and disciplined I have been. I could have been a lot more disciplined. I could have been a lot more consistent in my brain, body, and in my YouTube channel, which is like my business, okay? Shout out to Tony Gaskins. He has the 3 B's, kind of saying like brain, body, and business. I was not disciplined in all those 3 B's. And so now that I'm 30, I can't have the excuse. Life is short. And sometimes we are our biggest enemies. We get in our own way. It's me versus me. Shout out to Moneybag Yo. There's a song called Me Versus Me. I'm in a me versus me season. I think I did a car chit chat about that. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Gotta step into another form of discipline. Now that I'm 30, no more playing games. So yeah, that's where I'm at, and feeling good, grateful, blessed. I'm 30, so now it's time to really lock in and with my goals. And I just want to be a lot more intentional in my 30s, a lot more purposeful driven. Part of me being disciplined is moving this body, getting these 10K steps, eating right, drinking my water, because I want to keep the skin glowing. I want to keep looking good, okay? I want to have some days where I can't accomplish everything, and that's okay. But until then, I have no excuse. Been home for a while now. I took a nice hot shower and I packed my work bag, aka my backpack, and I packed my gym bag, picked up in my room a little bit, and yeah, now I'm drinking some tea and eating some grapes. Y'all see the 30 balloons behind me? Shout out to my sister for buying the balloons for me. She know I like balloons and, some milestones. So I put them in my room so I can just look at them. I'm like, dang girl, you really dirty. That's crazy. Anyways, I have had a very long and productive day. Went to church, went to the gym. I don't know if anybody else can relate to this, but doing a warrior scope hot yoga class is really difficult. Like, I don't be doing yoga. Like, this is like, honestly, this was like my 6th warrior scope class, our hot yoga class, and I was fighting for my life. I really was, y'all. I was up in there like, so yeah, it was a killer workout, and I burned like 200, maybe 300 calories, which was great. So yeah, overall it was a great day, very productive. I had, like, honestly a great little solo Sunday, and sometimes Sundays are like usually kind of my days of rest, days for me to spend alone time away from my family. So it was really good just to be outside all day. And yeah, so now I'm home. I'm about to go ahead and finish the night with my little nightly fruit snack, and some peppermint tea. And then I'm gonna use, this is my work, or this is kind of like my productive notebook. I write all my to-dos on this notebook, and so I'm gonna write my to-dos for tomorrow, and yeah, kind of go from there. I did stop at Zara and I got me some pants because they had a really good sale, but they're literally just like black, kind of like black and like cream pants. Maybe I'll do like a summer haul. I'm not saying like I'm a fashionista kind of girly, but now that I'm getting older, I definitely been tapping into like my fashion, you know, my outfits and styling. And something that I do want to perfect this year is definitely like my makeup. I want to have glowy, dewy skin, and yeah, I just want to have, I don't know, I just want to be better at doing my own makeup, if that makes sense. So that's something that I'm going to be working on this year, like having a go-to makeup look, really investing in like staple pieces, upping my accessory game and when it comes to my outfits, and just, you know, putting together outfits that make me feel and look good. So yeah, anyways, y'all, I can ramble on for a long time, but I'm about to go ahead and get it together, aka write my to-do list for tomorrow and hit the bed, y'all, because I'm tired now. I definitely feel like now that I'm older, I'll be ready to go to bed like at 9 o'clock. Like, let's wrap it up. Anyways, y'all, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.